Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
In neighboring Bayelsa State, Governor Diri has approved a sum of 450 million naira to assist flood victims, with a pledge to embark on reconstruction of damaged roads and other public utilities as soon as the flood recedes. Governor Diri, however, calls for support from the federal government to provide a permanent solution to perennial flooding in Bayelsa State.
Dozens of communities have been sacked in Bayelsa State with the recent flood outbreak. Most of those affected by the flood in Yenagwa, Sagbama, Kolokuma, Opokuma and other parts of the state have been internally displaced and without access to food and health care. Last week, Governor Diri spent 2 days carrying out an on-the-spot assessment of damage caused by the flood in several communities. At Amasoma in southern Ijaw local government area, Governor Diri assured flood victims of prompt response to their plight, as he had approved the sum of 450 million naira as a first step to alleviate their sufferings.
We cannot sit down in the comfort of our offices when you are suffering under the rain and living like subhuman beings. And that's why we are out here. You believe that this will also come to pass. And as we keep praying, we are also backing up with actions. Your government has approved the first phase of medications and food support. And so that should be going around to all of you who have been internally displaced. That's not to say it will solve all the problems. No, it will only alleviate your sufferings temporarily.
The governor, who later briefed reporters, stressed the need for the construction of a dam around River Niger to provide a permanent solution to perennial flood crisis in the Niger Delta, noting that the federal government has neglected the region in this regard.
Let the federal government show more empathy and sympathy towards the plight of the Niger Delta states, particularly Bayelsa State. And let the people feel that they have a federal government that cares. That feeling is actually lacking. From the beginning of this flood up until today, we have not seen any federal government official in our state. I don't know if they are in other states. We have not seen any statement other than saying we warned them before. I mean, what is there about warning anybody? We are looking for permanent solutions. Federal government should be proactive, inviting state governments, subnational governments to dialogue on permanent solutions to this perennial flooding.
In a related development, the governor has assured Bayelsans that high unemployment rates in the state will be drastically reduced in no distant time. The governor gave the assurance during the recent graduation of 850 trainees in diverse vocations who were given starter packs to establish their own businesses.
Today you have been taught in various trades, and I'm sure that that will never get out of you for life. Rather than going into the ministry, going into the state assembly, going into special advisors, commissioners to ask for 1 naira, 2 naira. Now today you are men and women of your own. You will not only employ yourselves, you will also employ others. And the chain will continue.
On completion of their training at the Douye Diri Skills Acquisition and Empowerment Center, the graduates showcased their products, including some high-quality fabrics and footwears. The governor, who personally inspected the products, said he was convinced that the narrative was about to change in Bayelsa State.
Our problem in this country is that we are a consuming country. We are not producing. Now what is happening here is that we are moving away from being a consumer state to a producing state. And this is the only way we can grow our state.
Beneficiaries of the Skills Acquisition Program were trained in tailoring, catering, hairdressing, shoemaking, and other vocations. And for them, the journey to economic self-reliance has just begun.
Here I have some products I made: liquid soap, Douye perfume, shampoo, rub. For this program, I want to thank him because I can now make money on my own.
It is going to put a food in our table, and it's going to help my lovely husband a long way by assisting him financially. So I am very happy.
Over the years, the labor market has been saturated with a growing army of unemployed women and youths in search of non-existent white-collar jobs. Fortunately, the intervention of the Bayelsa state government has provided new vistas of hope for thousands to become employers of labor and add value to the economy of the state through their productive activities.
Inside the Niger Delta,